Hi, today we're creating another household for the mitochondrion save file, and these three sims are living in the downhill caravan park. The first sim that we're creating is Toby, and he's an aspiring actor. He is very outgoing and has been popular for his whole life. People adore him for his looks, and he wants to be on the big screen, though the only roles he currently gets for different advertisements, which is not the path that he wants for himself. He would like to be a movie star, and he lives in the first caravan, the white one. He is very romantic, but he isn't ready to settle down, and he likes the attention. I imagine that Delso Valley's house market is quite expensive, and this is why when starting out Toby lives in the caravan, but I could imagine him dressing more expensively, trying to appear like he comes from more money than he does, and in reality he is just scraping by currently. I haven't given any of the three sims a lot of skills, and they are only starting out in their careers, so the story you want to tell with them is more up to you. But as a character, I imagine that Toby is a bit stuck up and pretends to be more than he is. In general, I gave Toby more of a bold look. He wears like classic clothing, but they have more pattern and more color. He also has earrings on, and he wears a darker eyeliner to enhance his eyes, because he is quite light in his color. I rarely create blonde sims. I don't know why, it's just not my preference, and to me he looked kind of pale, so the eyeliner just makes his eyes stand out more. He likes to wear jewelry, and as you will see in this outfit specifically, he wears both rings, earrings and necklaces. I understood that we lack masculine type of necklaces, because it was hard to find anything that I liked. And as you can see, he is not afraid to show skin. I imagine that he flirts a lot, but it never becomes anything serious. For him, it is just a game, and he likes to grab people's attention. And you can see that Toby particularly styles his outfits. They're not just anything that you throw on. He puts in a lot of effort in how he looks, and I think that he knows that image is just important as talent in being an actor, so he tries to look appealing and maybe this way achieve an audience. I didn't give them a very warm outerwear because it's Dalsall Valley, so I decided that a leather jacket would be good enough, and I think both of them were jackets. I gave Toby the aspiring actor aspiration. I forgot what it's called. And now we're moving on to his trait. Yeah, he's creative, romantic, and he hates children. He's not a fan of their nature. He hates gardening, and hates writing and video game skill, but likes acting. And he's one of those people who like how Sims called it potty humor, who dislikes family-oriented people, but he enjoys company of people who are optimistic and high energy, as well as very spirited, like him. So now we're creating the second sim, which is Gloria, And in the beginning, I had a hard time with her facial features, because whatever mix of features I tried, it looked odd. It comes together after I find the lips that I liked. And she came with this dimple in her chin, and at first I thought I wanted to change it, but then I decided to keep it. I wanted her to have a bit more interesting features, because she had those full lips and dark eyes. So I wanted something else which would make her stand out a bit. I imagined that Gloria would be a very bubbly person, but also one of those people you don't want to cross, because if they get mad, then you know that you're in real trouble. I feel like she would be the pillar of the Caravan park, be organizing all of the community events, and just in general saying hi to everyone. She has curly hair, and I think I darkened her skin, and I wanted to give her many, like the cluster of beauty marks, but they just look so dark and so drawn on. So I went with this one. I think it comes with Get Famous. She wears a bit of a dark eyeliner always, but with her skin it's not that bold, and it accentuates her eyes. She wears the lashes, and I actually like the lashes on darker skin. On lighter skin they look very like you had mascara on top of mascara. And in the beginning she was very tiny, and I wanted to keep that, but when I finished with her hair and her face, I noticed that she didn't look proportional, like her head was much bigger than her body, which I didn't like. So in the end I gave her a more curvy figure. I struggled with picking her outfit. I didn't know what I wanted to give her until I came across this cheetah print blouse. Then it all came together. So she wears this kind of darker red lip, and she wears hoop earrings, which I really like, and if it would be possible I would love more swatches of those earrings. I use them a lot, especially in the gold swatch. I start trying to find the bottom which would fit this blouse, but I couldn't, and then I decided to give her a tooth gap because I thought that she needed a bit more detail in her facial features. And then I took a long time trying to find a fitting bottom for that top. First I wanted some low-rise jeans or something, a bit 90s style, but then I decided to go with the skirt from Get Together and some longer boots from Vampires with some tights. At first I wanted something patterned, but then with the cheetah print it just looked too much, so in the end I just went with black tights. I would have loved like darker brown tights, but with the dark brown tights that we have in the game are lighter than her skin, so it becomes a bit orange on her, so I decided to go with the black ones instead. I tried to put on some necklaces because it looked bare a bit, but everything looked too busy with the necklace, so in the end I just scratched that idea, and I could not place any bracelets on her because of the long sleeves, so she wears only earrings. Yeah. And she is aspiring to become a musician. She plays guitar. She doesn't like violin, and she has a little bit of skill in piano as well. She likes cooking, and she is not an outdoorsy person. She more prefers going out. I tried hard to match this kind of darker elegant look, so I matched the dress with like a darker lip, and the makeup is glittery but still darker, smoky, yet not very bold. But the earrings were not working together. And this is where I understood that we have little amount of those like formal gloves. I would have loved the vampire ones to be longer because I preferred that pattern, but it was a perfect opportunity to give stuff like this to us and get famous back. And now we're moving on to her athletic outfit. I felt like she would wear like a tennis skirt or something, and she wouldn't wear those normal joggers or anything. And in her likes and dislikes, I later give her a dislike for fitness, which I think that she would participate only in exercises which involves game or competition. I feel like she would be more of a competitive person. And for her party wear, I wanted to give her a dress, but all the dresses were either too formal or made her look like a school teacher, so I didn't like that. And in the end, I think I go with the jumpsuit that comes from the new expansion pack, the Love Struck, in a pink which I never use. Yes, here it is. And I couldn't find shoes to match it because it had to be heels, but most of the heels have something white on them, which I didn't think that fit there, and I used the Crystal Creations, I think it's called, stuff pack heels, which I thought I would never use because they look really extravagant, but maybe for this it was especially fitting. And she wears a similar color makeup, pinkish, and I used the Moschino earrings of One Bobs. At first I went with the pink ones, but then I wanted a necklace, and none of the necklaces looked good. They either didn't match in color, or if I used pink it looked more like that cheap jewelry. So in the end I changed it to red, so we're matching pink with red, which I really like. I knew I wanted her hair to be wrapped up in swimwear, but I didn't want her to have that like kind of sleeping bonnet. And we go for a lipstick which looks like she used a bit of chapstick, and we go for this vibrant head wrap which matches perfectly the spa day swimsuit, and some glasses. And we're moving on to her hot weather outfit, which is this, it's basically in this dress, or maybe it's from some pack, I don't remember. I use it a lot because we don't have that many maxi dresses that I like, but I have never used this swatch. It's very vibrant, but I think it's very her, and I wish that this head wrap would have had a swatch that matched that pink or yellow, but it didn't, so in the end I went with the black one. And I used the same nails for all of her outfits. It's these red ones that look like they're lit from within. I think she would get an expensive manicure and just keep it. She wouldn't be the one to change her nails with every outfit. And lastly, for her outerwear, I wanted something elegant, and I struggled until I found this reddish coat. And we're finishing with her makeup. I think that she always looks put together, because in Delso Valley I think that everyone takes their appearance very seriously. I debated to give her a hat, but I think in the end, alright, I go with this black. I wish that her hair wouldn't be so pressed underneath that because she has more fluffy hair than it looks. And now we're moving on to her traits and her likes and dislikes, which she is a musical genius, she is loyal, and she is jealous. And I like to give my Sims at least one bad trait, so it just makes the game more interesting. She also likes cooking, guitar, she dislikes violin, and she likes piano. And I think, and yeah, she dislikes fitness, and she likes funny Sims, hardworking Sims, and idealists. So now we're creating the last Sim, which is Dexter. The last human Sim, we also gonna have a cat, and Dexter is an influencer. He is trying to become famous through social media, through recommending things on the internet, and he's more laid back than Toby, and less of a party animal. He I think is the only one who actually enjoys living in the caravan out of the three of them. And I feel like Gloria would have to try and convince him over and over to participate in those community events that she organizes and to socialize. I feel like he would be the person who is hard to talk to at first, and he's kind of closed off and can appear a bit mean from the outside. I debated giving him glasses because I wanted to use glasses on him, but the glasses stand so far off the face and his nose is kind of straight, so it was just a huge gap. And he has a mix of styles, and for his everyday wear he wears this kind of bohemian looking jacket you'll see in a minute, and I think that it would have been like something that he bought on a trip or something, because I don't feel like he is the one to style clothes a lot. This one, I really like the pattern, and I think he just wears it because it's a souvenir, and he buys like 3 clothes in a year. Yeah, with just I think a pair of pants or a pair of jeans, I forget. No, a pair of leather pants, I remember now. Yeah, I like giving my Sims these leather pants for like more interesting style, but the problem with them is that they clip with every single shoe that we have. I think that is not a high boot or a sneaker that is lower than them. It clips on the top, which is very annoying. And I imagine that he would have only one tux, and he would use the same tux every single time for every occasion. And now we're moving on to his athletic wear, and he just wears a black tank top and some cargo shorts and some sneakers. Nothing special. He always has his hair in a ponytail, so it's out of the way because he has longer hair. And for his party wear, I went with this rolled up jacket because it's formal enough, but still shows that he is not the one who really messes with clothing. And just some swim trunks, and we have the hot weather outfit, which is just plain black top with plain shorts. These are more classy. And a jacket kind of to throw over during colder weather. Yeah, and we created the cat, and we're back to naming Dexter, and then also giving him traits and aspirations. So he's a party animal, he is self-assured, a bit childish, and a neat person. He likes video games, and he likes fitness, and he dislikes violin. I think when you get to know him, you see that he is a very talkative person, even though in the beginning he could be very closed off. And I imagine that sometimes Toby manages to pull him out of his shell and maybe drag him to a bar or something. And the last sim we're creating is this cat, and I really like the bright orange color. It looked really fun to me. And the cat is actually Gloria's. She lives in the trailer with the cat stuff, and Dexter lives in the last trailer. And here are how they look. And thank you for watching.